Meghan Markle's holiday special, With Love, Meghan, has officially crashed and burned, leaving viewers shocked, bewildered, and frankly, a little tipsy from all the wasted content. Critics and fans alike are calling it a nothing burger, a shallow display of designer outfits, awkward celebrity interactions, and zero authenticity. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the Thomas Markle scandal explodes, revealing family drama that makes the show look tame. In today's deep dive, we're breaking down every cringeworthy moment from the Christmas special, exposing the filler, the faux cutesy antics, and what this disaster really means for Meghan's 2026 prospects. From the very first scene, it's painfully obvious that Meghan Markle's With Love holiday special was destined to flop. Critics didn't hold back, describing it as unfun, uninspiring, and glaringly inauthentic. Instead of the warm, cozy, family-centered holiday experience viewers were hoping for, the audience is treated to Meghan prancing solo through tree lots, twirling in high-end designer outfits, and engaging with celebrity guests who seem present purely for paycheck purposes. The pacing is erratic, the content is repetitive, and moments that should feel intimate or meaningful fall flat. The production tries to capture the charm of a Nancy Meyers-style holiday movie, positioning Meghan as a Julia Roberts-esque sweetheart, but the veneer is superficial at best. Dancing sequences, staged smiles, and faux candid interactions dominate, leaving viewers questioning the point of watching at all. Even the backdrop of real-life drama, her father Thomas Markle's ongoing health crisis, looms over the special, highlighting a stark contrast between authentic, relatable challenges and the glossy, artificial world on screen. Where audiences expected festive warmth and genuine connection, they instead encountered filler, flash, and forced cheer. In the end, the special is less a celebration of Christmas and more a showcase of style over substance, proving that no amount of glamour, designer gowns, or forced merriment can replace authenticity or emotional resonance in holiday entertainment. The first highlight of the special, Meghan picking out a Christmas tree, quickly becomes emblematic of the show's emptiness. On paper, this should have been a heartwarming, relatable holiday moment, yet even something as simple as choosing a tree turns hollow. There's no Harry, no children, no family warmth, just Meghan skipping through a nearly empty lot with a self-proclaimed tree expert. Viewers are promised insight into selecting the perfect Christmas tree, but instead receive generic commentary, "I like that one, oh, that one's sold." There are no practical tips about tree types, height, shape, or care, leaving the audience with nothing they can take away. The scene is further undermined by the revelation that the tree will end up in a rented, staged house, complete with a fake Christmas aesthetic. The lack of connection is glaring, there are no personal touches, no childhood ornaments, and no family memories shared. This is a missed opportunity to evoke nostalgia or relatability, relying instead on spectacle, designer outfits, awkward prancing, and a hollow repetition of previous seasons' formulaic charm. The scene sets the tone for the remainder of the special, signaling that audience engagement is secondary to visual flair. Meghan's Christmas tree moment, meant to be festive and informative, instead epitomizes the special's overarching flaw, style over substance, flash over authenticity, and a hollow veneer of holiday cheer. The DIY segments of Meghan Markle's holiday special are perhaps the clearest illustration of style over substance. Hanging a handful of ornaments on a rented tree, Meghan briefly touches on the concept of an advent calendar, and even attempts to introduce British Christmas crackers, but all these moments fail to educate or inspire. Viewers are left with no actionable information, no step-by-step guidance, and no sense of how to recreate anything at home. When she mentions slipping notes or small gifts into the advent calendar, crucial details like what gifts to use, how to package them, or where to source them are entirely absent. Similarly, the British cracker segment is bafflingly shallow. Viewers are told to add confetti or candy with zero explanation of traditional purpose, cultural context, or even safety considerations. These activities, which could have been interactive, fun, and informative, instead feel rushed and superficial. The audience watches Meghan twirl, talk, and pose, but gains nothing to take away. It's an exercise in hollow gestures, presenting the illusion of holiday cheer without any real value. The segments epitomize the show's recurring issue, gloss and glamour substituted for authentic engagement. What should have been an opportunity to teach, inspire, or create a festive connection ends up reinforcing the sense that the special is a curated, empty spectacle, leaving viewers frustrated rather than festive. The special's lack of substance becomes even clearer when Meghan Markle brings in friends Jill Roth and Kelly Zoffin for a holiday segment. Dressed in matching red pajamas, the trio prepare pair appetizers with no recipes or instructions, leaving viewers entirely unable to replicate the dishes. They then transition to elaborate wreath-making in a lavish, over-the-top setting, surrounded by an abundance of luxurious materials that further alienate the average audience member. There is no guidance on budgeting, sourcing, or simplifying the project for a typical household, which underscores the show's detachment from real-world relatability. Even more telling, tension seeps into the segment when the cameraman praises a friend's wreath over Meghan's own effort, prompting a visible pout and subtle annoyance. This moment highlights a recurring issue in the special: Meghan's need to dominate the spotlight, coupled with a lack of authentic connection with co-hosts or guests. Forced smiles, staged interactions, and ostentatious materials replace warmth and personality. For viewers, this segment reinforces a clear message: the show is designed to showcase wealth, control, and curated holiday glamour, not to educate or engage. The extravagant visuals cannot mask the underlying emptiness, leaving the audience with a sense of superficiality rather than festive inspiration. By the time the wreaths are completed, the moment's potential to delight or instruct has evaporated, leaving only hollow spectacle and unfulfilled expectations. The cooking segments of Meghan Markle's holiday special highlight another glaring flaw: lack of chemistry and authenticity. Supervised by Tom from Top Chef, Meghan attempts to make her mother Doria's gumbo, while a beet salad, carefully chosen to irritate Harry, who dislikes its ingredients, creates forced comedic tension. The show attempts playful banter, yet the result is awkward, staged, and unconvincing. Even more glaring is tennis star Naomi Osaka's guest segment. Meghan barely acknowledges Naomi, fails to ask meaningful questions, and completely overlooks her achievements and personal story. The exchange feels stiff, uncomfortable, and painfully scripted. These interactions reveal Meghan's selective approach to relationships on screen. She gravitates toward subordinates who praise her or ultra-rich celebrities she can leverage, but avoids engaging authentically with peers who might rival her stature. The disconnect is jarring, leaving viewers uncomfortable rather than entertained. Between undercooked dishes, superficial commentary, and forced interactions, these cooking segments epitomize the special's central issue: style without substance. What should have been heartwarming, festive moments instead serve as reminders that glamour alone cannot create compelling television or genuine connection. The 56-minute holiday special is riddled with production mistakes and filler that further undermine its value. One of the most glaring errors is the appearance of Meghan's deceased dog, a continuity failure that signals sloppy editing and minimal attention to detail. Numerous segments, decorating cookies, preparing store-bought mulled cider, or arranging advent calendar notes, offer zero educational content, leaving viewers with nothing practical to replicate. Much of the footage feels repetitive, low value, and designed merely to occupy airtime, with no sense of pacing or purpose. Pre-recorded segments clash with timeliness, particularly when older content is presented as if current, showing a lack of strategic planning or cohesion. Netflix's apparent indifference to quality or relevance highlights the minimal investment in creating a polished product. Combined with superficial glamour, missed opportunities to teach or inspire, and evident production oversights, the special fails on multiple fronts. It neither entertains nor educates and falls short as a holiday experience meant to bring warmth, joy, or connection. The audience is left frustrated, disengaged, and questioning why the project was greenlit at all. The reception of Meghan Markle's holiday special has been merciless. IMDb ratings sit at a dismal 3 out of 10, and Netflix chart positions have plunged below 180, signaling a clear disconnect with audiences. Critics and viewers alike consistently cite a lack of authenticity, unrelatable luxury, and awkward interactions with guests as major failures. Comment sections are filled with complaints about the absence of genuine warmth, forced comedic attempts, and repetitive, hollow content. Even Meghan's image as the Queen of Niceness has taken a hit, as the special demonstrates her inability to connect meaningfully with family, celebrity guests, or viewers. Social media sentiment mirrors the disappointment, with audiences expressing frustration over the special's fragmented pacing and superficial displays. The lavish production and star power could not compensate for the lack of relatable, engaging content. This ratings disaster underlines a critical lesson in entertainment: authenticity and genuine connection matter far more than designer outfits, celebrity cameos, or curated settings. Viewers expect more than flash; they seek warmth, engagement, and a sense of shared experience, all of which were missing in this holiday fiasco. Amid the holiday special's flop, the scandal surrounding Thomas Markle's health crisis has dominated headlines. Reports of a partial leg amputation in the Philippines, combined with conflicting stories about Meghan's attempts to contact him, have fueled intense public scrutiny. Rumors about unreturned calls, outdated emails, and disputed outreach attempts paint a confusing picture, leaving audiences questioning Meghan's credibility and familial devotion. Her siblings, Thomas Jr. and Samantha Markle, publicly criticized her lack of contact, portraying her as distant and disconnected from her family. This scandal compounds the special's failures, highlighting a stark contrast between Meghan's curated, glamorous public persona and her apparent struggles to maintain authentic relationships. The juxtaposition of lavish holiday decorations, designer outfits, and celebrity interactions with her father's serious medical issues creates uncomfortable dissonance, shifting the narrative from festive entertainment to soap opera-level drama. Media coverage and social commentary have been relentless, emphasizing both hypocrisy and personal conflict, reinforcing negative public perception. As a result, viewers are left questioning whether Meghan's portrayal of warmth, family values, and holiday cheer aligns with reality, further tarnishing the special's already struggling reputation. The holiday special places Meghan Markle's personality under a harsh spotlight, revealing cracks beneath her polished public image. Her awkward hosting, selective guest engagement, and carefully curated interactions underscore a struggle with authenticity and empathy. Rather than fostering genuine connection, she thrives in moments that elevate her status, while avoiding vulnerability or meaningful exchanges with peers. This approach creates a transactional atmosphere, where relationships are valued only if they reinforce her image or offer some tangible benefit. Audiences are quick to detect the performative nature of these interactions, interpreting Meghan as aloof, calculated, or self-absorbed. The contrast between her marketed persona, warm, approachable, and relatable, and the reality on display erodes trust, particularly when juxtaposed with the ongoing family drama surrounding Thomas Markle. Critics have highlighted this tension repeatedly, pointing out that while Meghan projects authenticity, the special exposes a curated, self-focused approach that alienates viewers. The carefully orchestrated glamour, designer outfits, and staged smiles cannot mask the disconnect between image and behavior. In the end, the special not only entertains superficially but also serves as a revealing study of Meghan's challenges in balancing celebrity, family, and audience expectations. Following abysmal ratings, harsh critical reviews, and the Thomas Markle scandal, Meghan Markle's future with Netflix is increasingly uncertain. The platform's investment in her brand may be cooling, while audience appetite for her content shows signs of waning. Without authentic storytelling, relatable interactions, or practical, educational content, future projects risk repeating the mistakes that plagued the holiday special. The combination of vacuous spectacle, awkward guest segments, and personal controversies has positioned the With Love brand as fragile and heavily scrutinized. Potential redemption would require Meghan to recalibrate her approach, prioritizing genuine family engagement, transparent hosting, and content that resonates with viewers beyond aesthetics and celebrity cameos. Projects emphasizing practicality, warmth, and relatability, such as DIY tutorials with real guidance or authentic holiday traditions, could help rebuild credibility. Yet, as things stand, her carefully curated image of glamour and niceness clashes with public perception, leaving her brand vulnerable to criticism and diminished audience trust. The Christmas special, coupled with ongoing family drama, signals that unless substantial changes are made, Meghan Markle's 2026 entertainment prospects risk being defined more by controversy than charm.